It is so hard dating in the sassy man era. It's like all of these reports out saying that women are happier when they are not dating, when they don't have any kids, when they are not involved with men long term. And another group of people that are still like insisting that to be happy you need to find your person, and they're spending thousands of dollars on dating coaches so that they can find the one. But what's really tea? Like, dating right now is just like, but I've come up with a couple of rules. My last relationship was 5 years long, and I learned a couple things in these last couple relationships I've been in, and a couple things I've learned from seeing women like celebrities and just like other women that I'm friends with talk about their partners and like guys they're dating, and like just catching on to little things. Let's start with the influencer celebrity is Halle Bailey. She was dating rapper, YouTube or Twitch streamer and YouTube streamer DDG. And while she was dating him, she was going through a transitional period in her life. She was filming The Little Mermaid, and she wasn't around her sister, who she's always with 24/7. And she, is getting thrust into a lot of stardom because she's making such a big movie and she's working with Disney and being the freaking Little Mermaid. Like, people had eyes on her, and it's just like a big difference in how her life was before this movie and like when she was dating DDG and now. So I think this period of her life was a big transitional period, and during this big transitional period, DDG, her man, you would expect him to be happy, supporting her, getting her through the transitional period, because as her man, he wants to hold her down. He wants to have her kids. He wants to, make sure she's straight and whatever. I mean, we didn't know about Halo at the time, but still, you should be on your best behavior because she's going through a lot right now. And, during the time, there was all of those white people like dragging her because she was a Little Mermaid. So he's not on the right side of this situation. He instead decides to drag her in a song about how he's just jealous that she's kissing guys in the movie. And it's like, it's a Disney movie kiss. She's literally acting, which is her job, that you knew she had already. So it's like, he was just crazy as hell, and like dragging her while everybody else is dragging her like that doesn't know her. So it's like a crazy thing to be going through, and it's like these men will really continue to fan the flames. Now, come to find out, things have progressed to the point where he's physically abusive to Halle, and she has to get like legal documents to make sure he's not posting their kid everywhere and having their kid on Kai Cenat's stream every week. So she's like going through a lot just because she was with this man, and just because he was jealous, and just because he is an insecure person. Let's get into the Wiz Liz, or why do I call her the Wiz Liz? Her YouTube channel is the Wizard Liz. The Wizard Liz was dating some guy. I don't even know who he is. I don't even know if he had a YouTube channel or something. Like, have no idea who the guy is. Sorry to that man. I have no idea who that man is. On some Keke Palmer-esque shit. Like, I don't know him. But I randomly see her posting him. So I'm ignoring her post with him. And then randomly she posts like, it's been months of me ignoring her posts of her posting this man. Randomly, Come to find out, she posts a Q&A with him. Then 3 days later, my sister tells me that he has just been exposed for cheating on her. And she just did a Q&A with her husband like 3 days prior. Like, it's just like, you post him and then it all comes out. So in the video, I went back to see the Q&A to kind of see like, what can we gather from the Wizard Liz's situation with this guy? Because, you know, these men are crazy. Like, he literally like progressed that relationship so fast to the point where a couple months later, y'all are not only married, she's pregnant, and you decided to cheat on her. That's just like, whoa. So basically, the things I've noticed in the Q&A were just things you just don't want to see your friend dealing with, or like, he was in the video trying to like undermine her credibility in the Q&A, because we all know the Wizard Liz, she gives like advice on relationships, like confidence, like your self-love journey and shit, like just advice for women. She gives advice to women. And that's what her channel is about. He gets on her channel and he's just constantly bringing up like a thing she does to kind of just like undermine her credibility. I feel like he'll talk about how she's not good at this in relationships, and how she does this and that and this and that. And it's just like, why are you nitpicking in the video? Why are you nitpicking in the video? And you know I give advice on my channel. And you know I give advice on my channel. You know I give advice on my channel, but now all of a sudden you're the guru, you give advice, and I need to take advice from you, and we all need to take advice from you. It was just giving, he wanted to be the Wizard Liz. He wished he had an advice giving YouTube channel that people subscribe to and cared about. And he does not. These are the things you need to look out for, so you can know like, oh, this man is jealous. He wants to have your life. Men often become jealous of things that they like originally liked about you and that they appreciated about you. At least in my experience, like I've had my ex be like, oh, you're so smart, you're a genius, you're this and that. And well, in the beginning of the relationship, he's like into it, and you know, then a couple months later, suddenly he's in competition with you, and you always want to be right, stuff like that. When they get like jealous of you, they'll try to undermine your credibility as well, like this stuff I was saying about the Wiz Liz. And also like in Halle's situation with DDG, he would try to make it seem like she's not a good mom, because she's bitter and like keeping him away from his child and this and stuff, all this crazy shit. He like will come up with something to try to make her look less credible in the public. And while my exes have never done something like that publicly, in private, it's like, I have a whole business degree and you want to try to explain this and that about business to me. And when I'm talking about business, oh shit. But when I'm talking about business, you disagree. You got all this to say. You don't have a degree in business, babe. So why are you talking? You're questioning my credibility when I'm the only one with credentials. I'm the only one with credentials. I'm the only one with credentials. The only one with credentials. It's like crazy. I've had that happen way too much, and I think it's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign, and I watch out for it every time. And then there's also like, if you have like a graduation or just like something to celebrate your successes, or you had like something great happen, something you worked towards, you finally accomplished it, and they're not as excited as you thought they would be, not as happy for you as you thought they would be, take note. It's probably not a good sign. You need to get away. You need to run. You need to run. And the reason I say you really need to run is because this jealousy is just going to intensify as you become more successful. So unless you're content with not being successful and like holding yourself back to stay with this man, like, girl, you gotta drop him. You gotta drop him because he's jealous. And if you want to succeed, you gotta get another one or be single, because it's better to just be on your grind and have the shit that you want and not have a hater around, not have somebody that's jealous around, that's siphoning your energy, that's constantly trying to sabotage you, that's constantly trying to downplay your credibility and like make you feel less than what the fuck is obvious you are. Like, you gotta just get away. You gotta get away from that. And I think it's important to like get away as soon as possible. If they start going off and they're like getting more like upset as you become more successful, or when you're around the time that you're working towards something to get to the next level, that's when you know